Hi everyone, my name is Emily. Welcome to our very first Pinterest tutorial. Over the last 2 years, I have dedicated myself to learning about Pinterest. As a former copywriter, social media strategist, and SEO specialist, I was able to take all of my knowledge from lots of different online marketing platforms and apply them to Pinterest and really see the success that Pinterest can bring to any small business or blog or website or photo site or whatever it is. Pinterest is the #1 place that I think that small businesses and bloggers alike should be growing over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years even. So today we're going to be talking all about Pinterest basics. How to start Pinterest in 2022. Where do you start? What do you do? How do you optimize your profile? How do you even set up a profile? So today's tutorial is going to be all about some of those basics. We're going to walk through how to set up a profile, some key elements that you need to have in your profile to make it successful from the jump, and then also what to expect with Pinterest marketing, because like any platform online these days, it can be a little bit finicky. 2 years ago when I first started on Pinterest, I was like many of you. I had 0 followers, 0 views, 0 pins, 0 boards, and honestly 0 idea of what to do. I was then able to learn so much about Pinterest by taking some of the strategies that I knew from other social media platforms, applying them to Pinterest, but then really digging into what Pinterest is and how they work for their followers and what they do, because here's a hint, Pinterest is not a social media platform. And I was then able to grow my following and grow my monthly views and monthly impressions to sometimes almost 10 million monthly impressions, which has had incredible ramifications for my other online businesses, from Etsy shops to my life and style blog. So today I really want to walk through how you yourself can take some of these strategies and start from nothing, start from a brand new Pinterest platform. You want to set yourself up for success from the jump, and then we'll be able to take some of these strategies that you'll learn in other videos along the way and employ them and hopefully be able to grow your Pinterest just like I did. So one of the very first things that I would suggest you do with the Pinterest, if you're looking at starting fresh and new in 2022, is starting from scratch. You want to set yourself up for success from the jump. And by doing that, I would highly suggest you step away from your personal Pinterest, which I'm sure you all have, and create a totally brand new profile. You can still have your personal Pinterest and you'll still be able to pin your fun recipes and things that might not relate at all to the business that you have and want to be promoting on Pinterest. But start from scratch, start with something brand new and create a business Pinterest account that is really going to set you up for success in the long run. We'll go into detail in the next video about some of the specifics that you're going to need in your profile, but for now, I want you to just do 3 simple things with me. You're going to first of all create just a basic profile with your brand name. So make sure that your username is something that your followers from other platforms are going to recognize, whether that's a branded name or your own name personally. Make sure that it's something that's going to be cohesive and clear across the board. Second, you're just going to add a photo of yourself, a photo of your logo. This is going to be your profile photo that then shows up on your account and your profile. You're also going to add your website. So if you have an Etsy shop, or if you have a blog, or if you have your own website, go ahead and add that, and then you're just going to move on. From there, we're going to be adding in more optimizations and a bio and things like that a little bit later, but just start with those 3 things. Very simple, very easy, very quick, and then move on. The next thing I want you guys to do is, from your beautiful brand new nothing on it profile that has your photo, your website, and then your username, I want you to create 3 boards. They're going to be 3 fairly specific boards, but you're going to have to take a minute and think about what your business is actually about. So 3 boards that I want you to create is number 1, a branded board. So this is going to be a board that has your brand name as the name of the board. For mine personally, it's Some Pretty Thing. Now I have multiple branded boards on my profile, but for now, I just want you to create 1 branded board. You can leave it blank at the moment, 1 branded board. The second board I want you to create is a board that is specific to a niche of your content, of your choosing. So say for instance, you might be a food blogger and you post a lot of lunch recipes or healthy lunch recipes. Go ahead and create a branded board with the name of your food blog or the name of your brand. Your second board, go ahead and create inside that niche of healthy lunches, maybe healthy salad lunches or salad recipes or lunches salad related or something like that. You're going to want to just make sure that it's as specific as you can possibly be, but it still fits within your niche. So your third board that I want you to create is again going to be something specific to your niche, specific to what you blog about, what your business is about, what you want. So carrying inside the theme of a food blogger. So you have the name of your blog or your brand, you have your very specific, your niche board, healthy salad lunches or lunches that are healthy or lunches that are salad based or something like that, and then have a third specific board as well. So maybe you also blog a lot about Mediterranean food or the Mediterranean diet. Well, then create a board that is inside that niche of Mediterranean foods. If you, again, carrying on with the lunch theme, if you talk about Mediterranean diets for lunches or easy lunch ideas for the Mediterranean diet or something like that. Again, just be fairly specific, make sure it's within your niche, and then move on from there. So you have 3 boards and a profile. The third thing that I want you to do, so we have our profile, we have 3 boards. Next, we're going to add pins. So just from the very start, this is your first step into Pinterest. From the very start, I want you to have 5 pins on each board. Now, very important for your branded board that you only pin your own content on that board. Think of this as a hub for all of your content, very generally. Say anytime you create a new blog post or anytime you have a new product added to your website, you're always going to pin at least 1 pin to that board. Go ahead and create 5 pins from the jump that are going to be from blogs or sites that you are very proud of, that has gotten a lot of traffic in the past, that you see may potentially be popular or trending right now based on your analytics. Go ahead and just pin 5 pins to that branded board that then link back to your own business website or your blog or whatever website you're trying to drive traffic to. I would say a couple tips with that is just have good quality photos. From the jump, they don't necessarily have to be Pinterest design pins where you see lots of text or graphic content on the pins. They can just be photos. So go ahead and just pin 5 photos, 5 pins to that board. Now your other 2 boards that are specific within your niche, you're also going to pin 5 pins to each of those boards as well. So your first homework is going to be those 3 boards with 15 pins in total, 5 in each board, just to kind of get you started. Inside those specific boards, go ahead and, if you can, create 2 to 3 of your own pins to pin to those boards. And then maybe choose also 2 to 3 pins that are not yours, so they might not link to your website, but they're related to that board's content, and pin those to those boards so that you have a mix of ideas that are yours as well as other creators on Pinterest. So at the end of the day, you're going to have a profile that links out to your website and has a profile photo that is relevant to your brand, be it a logo or your own photo. You're going to have 3 boards, 1 that's specific to you, and then 2 that are specific to your niche. And then on each of those 3 boards, you're going to each have 5 pins. And from there, that's where we're going to stop. That is all that we're going to do on Pinterest. Now, there are a few things that I would suggest before you take a further dive, or we take a further dive into more of the strategies of Pinterest, the optimizations of Pinterest. And that is re-familiarize yourself with the platform through the eyes of a creator and not a consumer. Pinterest has some wonderful tools available to creators. They have everything from analytics to trends. They have guide predictions. They have new pin formats, everything from video pins to idea pins. We're going to touch and have topics and videos about all those different things in the future. But just go ahead and start to consume some content from a creator's point of view. Again, remember that Pinterest is not a social media platform. Rather, it's a visual search engine. Users are going to Pinterest to find ideas that they can take offline, whether that be recipes or gardening tips or style tips or hairstyles or makeup tutorials. Whatever it is, people are going to Pinterest to find a visually pleasing and aesthetic way to do something. And then Pinterest's goal is not to keep them on Pinterest for as long as possible, but it's to inspire them to get offline. I learned that in a Pinterest conference recently from the creators and developers of Pinterest themselves, and I think that that's an amazing goal for a visual search engine platform to have these days, is to inspire pinners to get offline and to do something proactive and active with their lives. So if you approach Pinterest from that perspective, it really can change the game for any creator. So I would say just play around with the platform, see what the analytics tab looks like. Go to analytics and then trends, and there you're going to find some absolutely incredibly valuable content that might direct how you pin in the future, but also what content you create off of Pinterest in the future, from blog posts to different items to add to your Etsy store. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to bring you more Pinterest tutorials. I hope to have one up every single week. Leave a comment below if you have a specific question you have about Pinterest, and I'll hope to answer it soon.